MotorWeek is made possible by Auto Value and Bumper to Bumper, TireRack.com, and Haggerty.
The CX-50 debuted for 2023 not as a replacement for Mazda's CX-5 small crossover, but as a more deluxe option to be sold right alongside it. Well, that two-pronged approach continues today, only the CX-50 now gets a little something extra with help from an unexpected source. This is the 2025 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid, which joins the CX-90 and CX-70 as a new member of Mazda's electrified lineup. Now, where the 70 and 90 are both plug-in hybrids, the CX-50 is more of your traditional hybrid, Mazda arriving here with some help from hybrid pioneer and partner Toyota. It's a familiar story, as Mazda's first small crossover, the Tribute, shared its hybrid powertrain with former partner Ford's Escape. The CX-50 is built in the same Alabama plant as the Toyota Corolla Cross, but rather than using its hybrid system, the CX-50 actually uses the larger RAV4 setup with a 2.5-liter i4 engine and a combined output of 219 horsepower. Though probably for cost reasons, the CX-50 stores energy in a nickel-metal hydride battery instead of a lithium-ion battery as in the RAV4. Like all CX-50s, all-wheel drive remains standard, though here it's electric motor only for the rear wheels along with an eCVT. Not much else changes from the rest of the CX-50 lineup, but the hybrid does come with a slightly reshaped lower front bumper and unique wheel designs. Mazda was able to do some fine-tuning to the hybrid setup, so the experience is not exactly like driving a RAV4. That includes throttle response, which is a little more immediate, and unique drive modes. The RAV Sport mode is missing, but we think that's actually the default setting for the CX-50. Of course, the CX-50's chassis is a willing companion no matter what's working away under the hood. And clever packaging everything under the rear cargo floor keeps cargo capacity mostly intact. Rear storage space falls only slightly, from 31.4 to 29.2 cubic feet, yet rear seat folded max capacity is somehow exactly the same at 56.3 cubic feet. Working our way forward through the 5-passenger cabin, the rear seat room is good and seats are comfortable, while front seats are equally cozy with a great driving position and the typical Mazda sporty feel. Hybrid availability starts midway up the CX-50 trim ladder at Preferred, which comes with a 10-inch infotainment display and leather seating. Premium Plus adds ventilated front seats and a head-up display. At the test track, the CX-50 proved pretty quick off the line, taking 7.6 seconds to get to 60, which is only a tad slower than the 7.2 seconds we saw in the CX-50 Turbo. Power delivery stayed consistent down the track, but it's not exactly thrilling, as it is mired with a eCVT, which seems to run afoul of everything Mazda stands for. We're not particularly fans either, with consistently high engine noise throughout the quarter mile, which we finished in 15.8 seconds at 89 miles per hour. Brakes, however, were strong and consistent, stopping in 110 feet from 60 miles per hour. There's not a lot of weight gain here compared to the Turbo, though it feels like it with slightly less urgency to turn in, and the hybrid's skinnier tires also worked against it when it came to grip level through the cones. Overall, though, it remains solid feeling and quite capable, and we say all of that just to note the differences, none of which are really a deal breaker if you're looking for a more efficient CX-50. And if you're not, stick with the Turbo. Regarding that efficiency, government fuel economy ratings are 39 city, 37 highway, and 38 combined. We averaged a good 37.8 miles per gallon of regular, which is almost 50% higher than the CX-50 Turbo we had as part of our long-term fleet last year. all making for a much better than average energy impact score, using 7.8 barrels of oil yearly with 3.9 tons of CO2 emissions. Pricing starts at $35,390 for Preferred. Top Premium Plus comes in at $41,470. Currently, Mazda is taking a wait-and-see approach when it comes to full EVs, having discontinued their MX-30 EV 2 years ago. But they continue to spread electrification throughout their existing lineup, which, as we've been saying for years, is a much better approach. The 2025 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid is not necessarily a better CX-50 for all, as driving enthusiasts will still prefer the turbo setup. But it is a much more efficient way to go, one that sacrifices very little of the Mazda driving experience while delivering over 500 miles on a tank of gas.
The MotorWeek app, which includes our latest reviews and feature stories, is now available for mobile devices.